Nobody wants to hear your solution if they don't feel understood. I like to think of trust, and anything that I say here is learned. So let's just be real clear. I'm stealing, borrowing, whatever from somebody else and synthesizing that together. I like to think of trust as depth. So I like a vertical line. And the deeper your trust, the more you can do with a relationship. Because trust is about successive risk taking. When you have more trust, someone will take a deeper risk with you. So on the left side of the line, I'll put a them, and on the right side of the line, I'll put an us, and we might say, "Hi, my name's Isaiah. How are you doing today?" And you've taken a risk to pass the mic. And they say, "Well, that wasn't so bad." They just said their name, and they say, "My name's Jerry, and I'm having an okay sort of day. It's like a Monday on a Thursday, though." And you toss back the mic. And I say, "Yeah, what's going on?" I tossed it back. "Oh, it's safe to toss the mic back and forth with Isaiah because he's not going to take 15 minutes every time I do that. I might tell him what's really going on." And I'll say, "Well, we're having some medical issues at home, and work's been really hard with also getting the kids to and from their activities and doctor's visits. So frustrating that they're only open during business hours." "Oh, yeah." And we're having a conversation that's already getting deeper. We're talking about each other's families and so on. But if I start with a brand new stranger named Jerry and I say, "Hi, my name's Isaiah. I have kids who are 13, 9, and 1. Tell me about your family." Now, it's the same exact place we're in the conversation, but we didn't have the foundation of risk taking yet so far that justifies that next successive risk to take with us. And so it's inappropriate in that level of the relationship. So what we have to do here, and I picked this up from Stephen Tomlinson, is I like to think of this as a trust bank. We are either depositing or withdrawing from that trust bank. And if we want to get deeper, then we need to make more deposits that make sense so that we can ask for the risk that makes sense way down here. And that applies to every personal relationship you have and every business relationship you want to have.
Isaiah, I think you have just uncovered why I was unsuccessful in my dating years of speaking to women at 1:30 in the morning, and I just leveled it up too fast.
Where'd your wife go on this call? I want to ask her about that.
I don't know anything about those 1:30 calls, so I'm just going to just leave that right there.
Sounds like Jerry learned what he needed to. Exactly. Like, what type of interaction do we have, give, or expect from our vendors? You know, are they going to take 3 days to respond to us? Then that changes the dynamic. Are they going to be right on top of us, hounding us? Well, that also changes the dynamic. And so we have to be looking at those things. And there are 3 gates we're passing on this depth chart, as it were. And this is going to connect to what you were just saying about, I'm a millennial whippersnapper. Empathy, curiosity, and insight, the 3 gates of trust that my mentor talks about. And we like to help people understand how it's not very helpful to go through the last gate first, which is to land an insight. Nobody wants to hear your solution if they don't feel understood. We have to get to the point where they think we're on the same side of the table with them, looking at the same problems together instead of dominating us across the table. And then we can hand them a puzzle piece because we're both playing puzzle from the same side. And all of a sudden, that insight seems safe, worth considering, and we're going to look at it together in a certain way, because there's a trust dynamic going on where if we don't go through the empathy and curiosity gates, which help us know what kind of person you are.
So I think that's the whole point of pushy salespeople. They're on their agenda. There is no curiosity. There is no empathy to get to know you. It is, I have a goal that I'm driving towards, and be damned in the relationship. Therefore, you never get to the place of insight and problem statement solution. Yes?
That's right. 100%.